This video is to help with some techniques on how to memorize the unit circle for a trigonometry class. So here we're going to start off by filling in this value. We know that the starting point is 0 degrees, and that is equivalent to 0 radians. The terminal point for those angles is the point 1, 0. Now, excluding the middle values, and what I mean by middle values is anything that's exactly halfway between either of the axes. So I'm going to exclude those middle values. We know that it's always increasing by 30 degrees. So I'm going to go 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and then the last one is 360 degrees. That gives us a full rotation. Now let's go back and fill in the middle values. So to get the middle values, you add 45 degrees each time. So we're starting at 0, we add 45 degrees. If I add 45 again, that ends me up here at 90. I'm going to add 45 again, that gives me 135. If I add 45 again, that gives me 180, then 225, then 270, and then the last one is 315 degrees. Now, let's go ahead and fill in the terminal points that fall on an axis. So here's our y-axis, here is our x-axis. So the terminal point at 90 degrees is 0, 1. This is negative 1, 0. At 270 degrees, it's 0, negative 1. And so those are all the terminal points that fall on an axis. Let's go ahead and convert all of those into radians. So 90 degrees is equivalent to pi over 2. 180 degrees is equivalent to pi. 270 degrees is 3 pi over 2, and then 360 degrees is 2 pi. Now, once we fill in the first quadrant, the other quadrants are just reflections of other quadrants. So let's start off. This is the trick that I learned when I was going through trigonometry. So all of the denominators of the fractions in the first quadrant are going to be 2. So I'm going to go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then going down from the left, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then switching back around, going from bottom to top on the the y coordinate, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then the other thing is I want to take the square roots of all of the numerators, but hopefully we know by now that the square root of 1 is just 1. And so that gives us all of the terminal points in quadrant 1. And let's go ahead and fill in the radian values. So 30 degrees is equivalent to pi over 6. 45 degrees is equivalent to pi over 4. 60 degrees is equivalent to pi over 3. Now, you might be asking, how do we get the other values from this? Well, 150 degrees here is just a reflection over the y-axis of 30 degrees. So this is going to be negative root 3 over 2, and the y value is going to be the same. It's going to be 1/2. And that's true for all of them in quadrant 2. They're just going to be, the only difference is we make the x value negative and the y value stays the same. And so that's how we get all of those. And then in quadrant 3, they're going to be the same, just both of the values are going to be negative. So this would be negative root 3 over 2, negative 1/2, negative root 2 over 2, comma negative root 2 over 2, negative 1/2, negative root 3 over 2. I'm going to go ahead and let you fill in the rest, but hopefully this helps you in filling out a blank unit circle.